0.1 seconds. Not very long, is it? But did you know that's how quick it can be for people to judge you? When it comes to a job interview, it's often not so much about what you say, it's about how you portray yourself. Let's take a look at some performance-enhancing tips to overcome anxieties, get in the zone, and nail that interview. So, your CV's up to date, you know the company and job description inside out, and you've got answers for questions you think they may ask. But how are you going to come across confidently so they simply have to hire you? First things first, if you want to boost your performance in an interview, then getting a good night's sleep is essential.
Studies suggest that our brains work best if we've had at least 8 hours sleep. Not getting enough sleep means you may not be able to think as clearly and your reaction times will be slower. Sleep really is the best performance-enhancing preparation there is.
So you've had a good sleep, you're feeling good, but that doesn't mean you won't be nervous. So you need to avoid what psychologists call stressors.
When you get nervous or anxious, your body produces the stress hormone, cortisol. This occurs naturally, and the right amount of stress can help us to perform at our best. It's the same feeling as excitement, we just process it differently. But too much stress can become problematic, so it's important to avoid any unnecessary stressors. These can be anything from uncomfortable shoes, getting lost, or showing up late. So, make sure you choose an outfit that's comfortable and makes you feel good. If it's a face-to-face interview, ensure you know the location. Plan your route well in advance and leave plenty of time. If it's a virtual interview, make sure you have the correct link and that you're in a place where you won't be disturbed.
If you can avoid getting stressed by the small stuff, it'll help you focus on what's important, getting your head in the zone. There are 2 tried and tested ways of doing this.
The first is something called visualization. It's a favourite technique for sports psychologists and elite athletes. Find a quiet spot, close your eyes and picture the interview, the questions you may be asked and the way you intend to answer them. This stimulates the same part of the brain you'll be using in the interview. Picturing what success looks like can increase your chances of getting it right when it really counts. The second is what's called power poses. Researchers discovered that if you strike a power pose for 2 minutes before an interview, it will help improve your performance. Now, you might feel silly doing this, but the theory is that if you act powerfully, you'll begin to think powerfully. It could also help you to lower your stress levels and help boost your confidence.
If you take this confidence into the interview, it can help with your body language too, your non-verbal communication. Employers want people who are passionate. You can demonstrate this by sitting upright or even leaning forward a little. Remember not to slouch or cross your arms. Make eye contact. No need to overdo it, but looking at people in the eyes inspires trust and demonstrates engagement. Reacting to what's being said is also good. The occasional nod or smile are positive gestures that will let the interviewer know you're engaged.
Raised adrenaline can increase the chances of you speaking without thinking. Pauses and moments of silence can inspire confidence. This is a person who thinks before they speak. When faced with a challenging question, it's better to say, "Can I have a moment to think about that?" rather than instantly rushing into an ill-thought-out answer that you will later regret.
And even if things haven't gone your way, then remember that last impressions count. And above all, when you're finished, thank them for their time and the opportunity. It could end up being the determining factor of whether you land the job. Interviews are nervy, but they're not there to trip you up. Armed with these handy tactics, there's no reason why you can't always be at your confident best.